Hi, welcome to another Translator Insider. So, this week we continue talking about websites and different aspects that we should consider when creating our own website. Last week we spoke about getting your plan ready, knowing what you need. This week we'll be focusing just on the template, and I can assure you that is a very important part of your website, because if you don't choose the right template for you, it may bring you all sorts of problems and it may completely derail your plan for your website, and it's an absolute mess. So stick around, let's talk about these templates and how to choose the best template for your website. So let's talk about templates. And obviously I have to say that I'll be talking about templates and I will be talking about WordPress because that's the service that most of us use, especially if you don't know anything about coding. And it's easier, it's user-friendly, and most of people these days use WordPress, and of course WordPress mostly use templates. You can do your own, but obviously you have to do coding and you have to understand coding to do your own website on WordPress. So let's talk about templates. Templates, sometimes they may be a little bit overlooked because people may think, template is just the appearance of the website. I can choose any template. It's fine. Well, it's not that fine, and it's not like that. You need to be aware of a few things before you choose your template. First of all, and as we said last week, we have to do our plan and know exactly what we need for our website and what we are going to do with it and all of those things. And if we decide, because some of us might decide to give it to someone else to do, if we decide that we're going to do it ourselves, we should have a few things in mind. And one of those things is, what do we need from the website? And first of all, you must think about what services or what things do you need incorporate in your website. For example, we need our website translated. We are translators and we should have our website in every language that we provide. That's a given. So your website must be compatible with a translation plugin. So you can do the two versions of your website and have it translated. Otherwise, your template won't work just like that. So bear that in mind, you need to have it done. Secondly, make sure, for example, if you are not going to sell anything through your website, and chances are you are not, stay away from any template that was designed with WooCommerce or was designed to be a shop. The reason being is, if the template was designed to be a shop, chances are that you are going to have issues with that template once you remove that plugin. WooCommerce is a plugin. Most functions on WordPress work through plugins, and once you remove some plugin, if the template is designed with that particular plugin, once you remove that plugin, you may have all sorts of incompatibilities, all sorts of problems rising from removing that plugin. So if you don't really need that plugin, if you are not really going to sell anything through your website, one of the things that I recommend is that you look for a template that has not been done specifically for a shop. Some templates may be WooCommerce ready or WooCommerce compatible, and you may choose those. But first of all, if it's compatible with WooCommerce, I would recommend that you would try it first. Take the plugin away and see if the template is still working for you, if you can still manipulate the template. the way you want without the WooCommerce plugin. Sometimes you may find that once you remove the WooCommerce plugin, a lot of conflicts start happening and you can break the site and the templates start not giving you the result that you really want. So be aware of that. Then another thing that you should look for is if your template is regularly updated. And the reason being is your WordPress will be regularly updated, your plugins will be regularly updated, your PHP will be regularly updated. And if your template is not, there will be problems, because once all the other things move on and get updated, your template doesn't. So there might be a lot of issues, a lot of incompatibilities that are created with the fact that the template has not been updated. So when you're choosing for a template, make sure you see you have the whole presentation about the template. Make sure you see that the template has been updated regularly or lately. You know, I wouldn't choose a template that has not been updated, let's say, for 2 months. I would not, because it's a risk. Usually WordPress gets updated more regularly than that, and PHP, and especially your plugins. Some plugins get a new update every week, and this is important. And if your template is not up to scratch, you may get problems, and you don't really want to get all the work of creating your website and having it published, and then because your templates do not get updated, you get a website broken and have to do it all over again. It's unnecessary, it's time consuming, it's an absolute hell. So bear this in mind. Another thing that I think it is very important when choosing a template is reading reviews. And this is because through those reviews you may find that the template may be good for some people that are using it for a certain type of business, but then other people that are using it for other types of business may report all sorts of issues and all sorts of things that are not so good. The same way that if it's got a good review, you will know, oh, this template is great, it's easier to navigate, it's easier to work with, etc., etc. So it's a good piece of information. If you have other users saying what their experience with that particular template was, it will be a massive help for you ascertain if it will be the right template for you. Again, less is best. I always say this, less is best. People don't like overcomplicated websites. People don't like to be overwhelmed with images and videos and pop-ups and all these sorts of things. They don't like that because it's tiring and it's really overwhelming, and you know that. I certainly don't like it, and I'm pretty sure that you won't too. So choose wisely. Choose a template that is simple. These days, people, and we are all considering the environment more and more, and if you have a very simple template that has less video, that has less things to upload, and when people are viewing your website, they have to download less things, there's less things to see, well, the template will consume less resources and it will be more environmentally friendly, which is something that we all want to be. So bear this in mind as well. Don't overcomplicate. Just have a website that is simple, has all the information about your business, has all information about you, your services, your pricing, where you are, what you do, all these sorts of things, and then a contact form so they can contact you, and that's it. It's done. You can have a blog if you like to write articles like I do. You can have a blog and you can publish your articles once in a week, twice a week, whatever suits you best, and that's it. You have your website. Avoid every templates. Avoid overcomplicated stuff. Avoid templates that have not been reviewed. I'm not saying that they're not good. They just may be more risky because you don't have any opinions. You don't have any thing to base your opinion with. But if you decide to go with a template that has not been reviewed, make sure you make all tests before you start populating the template and you start going through the final stages of your template or of your website. So bear this in mind. It's important that we choose wisely these templates because they are the basis of our website. And no matter what, if the template does not work, nothing else will, and you won't have a website. So before you start going for the content, for example, for the photos you're going to put on the website, for all the other things, all the other steps that you need to have a website, you should look before at the template and choose the best one that really suits the needs of your business, really suits what you want to do with your business. And then I'm sure you can't go wrong. Most of them, and before I go, I would like to say this, these days most of the templates will be paid because they offer the free version. But for example, for a business like ours that we need translation, we need other things in our websites, so chances are you will have to pay for a template. So another reason for you to choose wisely and know exactly that you are going to choose one template that is going to work for you and your business. So if it doesn't, you would be paying for something that is useless, and it will be a massive expense for you, and obviously an unnecessary one. So make sure you choose wisely, you know what you need, and you choose according to that. And that's all for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video, this insider of this week. And this aspect of choosing the template. I think this was very important. It's really, really crucial when you are actually planning to do your own website. It is something that I consider massive, a really important thing. I've said last week that it's important for example, to know your domain, choose your domain name wisely, your hosting service, and all the issues that can happen with the domain service and hosting service. But templates can also be very problematic if you do not choose the right one, and especially because now as I said, these days, most of them you will end up paying for the template because the free version does not offer you all the features that you may need, even though you might find one that you like and you can still get away with the free version. I'm in the process of redoing my website, and I found that these days it's very hard for you to find a template that offers you everything that you need for your website. And I'm talking about someone that really has a business and wants a professional website. Obviously, those templates can be used for a simple website, a blog website, something like that. But usually businesses need a little bit more, and that's where this paying comes into mind. So be aware of that. It might be an expense for you, and be aware of all aspects of that template. And before you pay for it, make sure you know what it does. Ask as many questions as you need to ask. They usually have a support team, so you should ask questions. If they don't answer the questions, then you have your answer. Choose another template. I would say that for sure. So I hope you really like. If you are there and if you have any questions, if you are now doing your website, and if you have any questions about choosing templates, about what you should do, what's the best option, etc., please drop me a line in the comments below. I will be very happy to answer and share my views and my experience with you. Also, if you have a very good experience, for example, with a template that you would like to recommend, please do as well. I'll be very happy to learn about it. And even if you disagree with me, and if you think that something that I've said is not exactly what you think, share as well, because I think that's how we all learning, how we all grow. It's when the different points of view are put on the table and different points of view are shown. We can always learn with a different point of view, and that's a positive for everyone. So please leave me a comment below, whatever that comment may be. And of course, put a like on the video and subscribe the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification of a new insider every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.